let's just start here with the first game, Panthers at the Giants. And man, oh man, what an utter disappointment once again by Sam Darnold. No Christian McCaffrey, and they lose the game again. 4 straight losses for this Panthers team in another subpar performance by Sam Darnold. I mean, you go 16 of 25 for only 111 yards. You're telling me that Sam Darnold can only throw 111 yards against this Giants team? Come on. And yeah, they put up 3 points, but it was literally on their first drive. After the first drive, they did nothing, literally nothing. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference if the Panthers just left the stadium after that first drive. I mean, they would have put it up the same performance. And I still think the Giants, playing against nobody, probably still would have been held to only 25 points, honestly, which isn't a good thing. But yeah, I mean, after this first field goal drive, I mean, we get 4 plays, 1-yard punt. Then they get the safety, Sam Darnold taking the intentional grounding in the end zone. Classic Sam Darnold there, turning over the ball, not making a smart play. And everybody wanted to blame Adam Gase for Sam Darnold's dysfunction, which I kind of agree with. Adam Gase is trash, so he's not going to make anybody good. But I mean, we were always worried about Sam Darnold because of his completion percentage, folks. I mean, I'll bring them up. I mean, these are absolute garbage numbers for overall seasons. I mean, we're talking barely 60%, folks, his first couple of years. And, like I said, everybody was blaming that on, just the dysfunction of the Jets with Adam Gase and, Todd Bowles there as well as the head coach. But, I mean, this was the only thing that was really concerning to us, that really told us that Sam Darnold could not play. Year 1, 57% completion percentage. Year 2, 61.9%, which is getting better, but still not at kind of that 63 mark minimum we need to see. And then he regressed to year 3. Again, 59%. So we just could not buy Sam Darnold because of that. And once again, he's not getting it done here for the Panthers. So I'm glad that Matt Rule threw away Teddy Bridgewater for Sam Darnold, who is kind of looking to be, a worse downgrade. I think I take Teddy Bridgewater. I know I take Teddy Bridgewater over Sam Darnold. I think any day of the week. I know Teddy Bridgewater's not winning that many games either, but I mean, Teddy Bridgewater won 4 games for the Panthers last season. The Panthers are kind of on pace for 4 wins probably again this season, because I don't see them really winning these games consistently anymore. The defense is getting tired of the offense not putting up any production, and we see like 10 teams where that's the case, and this Panthers team is now one of them, because Sam Darnold cannot move the ball. I mean, just look at these yard totals on these drives. 1 yard, 2 yards. That was a safety drive. 7 yards. Then they go 62 yards, finally able to get something cooking. But then Sam Darnold has something to say about it and throws a pick, and it's a real bad pick there, folks. Nobody even in the vicinity besides 4 Giants defenders. And that's where Sam Darnold decides to go with the ball at the Giants' 25-yard line. As they were only down 2 points, they could have taken the lead with a field goal, but Sam Darnold wants to throw an interception. Then they're back at only moving the ball 3 yards. Then it's halftime, and then out of halftime, 13-yard drive, 8-yard drive, 1-yard drive, and then Sam Darnold gets benched. Yes, you heard that right. He got benched in the fourth quarter, and which is real interesting because at the start of the fourth quarter, folks, they were only down 12-3. That's a 9-point game, and then they go up and put up a field goal on the Giants put up a field goal on their first drive of the game. So now they're only down 12 points, folks. That's only 2 possessions with an entire 12 minutes left in the game. But they decided to bench Sam Darnold for P.J. Walker. P. Walker, I think it's P.J. Walker. And, he can't move the ball either. But, I mean, they were in the game. You're only down 12, and that's doable. We just saw Tua come back down 13 points in the fourth quarter and go on touchdown drive to take a 1-point lead. Sam Darnold could have had the same opportunity here, but they bench him, so he doesn't get that chance because Matt Rule was like, get this dude out of here. We get nothing out of this dude. There's no chance of winning, so we have to go with the backup here to potentially come back to win. So real interesting timing and with benching Sam Darnold, but Matt Rule says no, don't worry, Sam Darnold is going to be our quarterback moving forward, and obviously you've got to Matt Rule has to keep Sam Darnold. He actively moved off of Teddy Bridgewater and actively traded for Sam Darnold. He's obviously got to stick with them. So, not the greatest there. Did I just close this? No. Here we go. All right, so back to this. Let's start getting some stats up here on the board. Sam Darnold goes 16 of 25. Let's get that completion percentage up here. 16 of 25, which is 64%, which is good, but 111 yards on 16 completions. He's dinking and dunking, and he doesn't even have Christian McCaffrey with him, folks. So, once again, another poor performance by Sam Darnold. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. The running game never really got going, and I mean, why are we rushing the ball only 12 times? What are we doing out here? I mean, get Chuba Hubbard the ball. Let this man work. Obviously, he's not as good as Christian McCaffrey, but I mean, Sam Darnold can't work without Christian McCaffrey, so you've got to just run the ball here. 12 carries for Chuba Hubbard, 28 yards. Let's also go back to the quarterbacks here. P.J. Walker, I mean, he didn't do anything either, so obviously there's no competition here. P.J. Walker, 3 of 14 for 33 yards, but we'll analyze him probably on Wednesday to see, should they make the switch? Is he looking better than Sam Darnold? I mean, that's atrocious right there. 3 of 14, folks. I don't even want to get the completion percentage up because it's going to be disrespectful. It's going to be real disrespectful because it's going to be so bad. 3 of 14, sheesh. What do we got? 21% completion percentage, folks. Jeez Louise. So that's absolutely atrocious. Who were they trying to get the ball to here? DJ Moore, leading receiver, thank goodness, at least. 6 receptions, 73 yards, but then it goes to Chuba Hubbard, 4 catches for 28 yards. Keith Kirkwood, 3 catches, 16 yards. Robbie Anderson, 3 catches, 14 yards. And, you know, Teddy Bridgewater was able to get, you know, Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore both at 1,000 yards. And, you know, Sam Darnold is getting Robbie Anderson 14 yards a game out here. So we still are perplexed by the decision Matt Rule made this offseason. And now it's, you know, he's reaping what he's sowing, unfortunately. Panthers start 3-4. All right, let's talk about the Giants now. And, you know, this Giants team, this doesn't give us any, you know, believability, buyability, bettability in this Giants team. I mean, they weren't getting going. They weren't doing anything. They had 5 points going into halftime. And then it just took, you know, some garbage Carolina Panthers defense performances in the second half for the Giants to, you know, kind of squeak some points in here. So nothing great here by the Giants. Yes, they win. They put up 13 points in the fourth quarter. That's when P.J. Walker took over. Coincidence or correlation? I'll let y'all decide, but we're not still excited about this Giants team. We're not going to be talking up Daniel Jones and talking up Jason Garrett now. No. This is still a not good Giants team. They just beat a not good Panthers team. When 2 bad teams face each other, one team just has to win. So we're not sold on this Giants team. We wish we were, but we're still not. Daniel Jones goes 22 of 33. 66% completion percentage for 203 yards, a little bit of dink and dunk. He had a touchdown, only 1. Okay. Rushing attack was all right. Devontae Booker taking over, obviously, for Saquon Barkley, still out there trying to hope that they can get that man back soon, potentially this week. I think there is potential for Saquon Barkley to play this week, but we'll see. Devontae Booker, 14 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Jones was throwing to leading receiver Darius Slayton, 5 receptions for 63 yards. Evan Ingram getting involved in tight end day, 6 catches for 44 yards. Dante Pettis, 5 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. John Ross, 2 receptions for 27 yards. And then they had Daniel Jones catching a pass for 16 yards. Great job there. They had Daniel Jones rushing the ball 8 times for 28 yards. So now that Daniel Jones got a concussion, Jason Garrett kind of wants to be like, all right, well, throw everything at him then. He's already kind of damaged goods. Let him run. Let him catch some passes out here. And he took a little bit of a shot on that catch. Nice one-handed haul in by Daniel Jones, so we give the man credit. But overall, taking some unnecessary risks and hit. And, you know, once again, you know, 8 carries after the concussion. Now they're working in Daniel Jones with the rushing game. I don't know what Jason Garrett's doing over there with the Giants, but nothing good all around there. So 2 bad teams play each other. Nothing good. Slow first half. 13 points by the Giants in the fourth quarter because the game was over, because they threw in the towel, because they benched Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold got benched this season, folks. And y'all were clowning Tua for getting benched last season, rookie year. Okay. Keep that same energy, folks. Panthers absolutely get obliterated here, 25-3 to the Giants. Sheesh.